Bill Rhoden, columnist for the Undefeated, where just last week he wrote on the topic in a piece titled "Mahomes, Jackson, and Watson are now role models for a new generation." You know, Bill, you wrote that Mahomes, Watson, and Jackson have changed the way the position is perceived. How so?
Yeah, well, just, you know, there was a time, and a lot of young people don't realize that they were saying that black people, this is a position that black people couldn't play. You couldn't play quarterback, you know, because you couldn't think, you couldn't react. And that's a lot of stuff that a lot of us grew up with. And so the fact that we've evolved from that to people like, you know, Mahomes, Jackson, just changing not only the way the position is played, but now owners and executives are saying, yikes, this is the way we've got to play now. If you can't play like this, if you can't create plays, if you can't improvise, if you can't extend plays, the style that black quarterbacks have always exemplified is now becoming a standard part of the lexicon and the culture of this position. So it's really, for those of us at a certain age, this is like dramatic to see this sea change. It's just been phenomenal.
Right, I remember when it was not even close to being that way. But what's interesting is last Tuesday, Patrick Mahomes was asked directly about what it means to him to be a black quarterback.
That was great. Number one, because from a lot of people, there was sort of ambivalence, you know, as well, does Pat see himself as a brother or what? Or that? And he was very clear. You know, he said, yeah, well, I see myself as a black quarterback. My dad's black, my mom's white. And I think that given, you know, like this is we're celebrating the 400th year of slavery, not celebrating, but acknowledging 400 years of slavery, the fact that you've got this young, talented guy who's telling people that no matter where you've come from, if you know, no matter where you come from, you can achieve this American dream, you know, and I just think hearing him say that and acknowledge that, yeah, you asked me, am I black? Yeah, I'm black. My dad's black. Am I white? Yeah, I'm white. My mom's white. And the bottom line is that I win. I'm talented. You know, I just think that that message for a lot of young people, and Lamar said it last week, he was saying that given where I came from, and somebody could look at me and say, man, you know, because remember, Ryan, you know, I think you mentioned 2 years ago, there are people who wanted to make him a wide receiver, who said, oh, no, you're not a quarterback, you're a running back. You know, you're a defensive back. And there are generations of black men who would have indeed not been MVPs of the league. They would have been defensive backs and running backs. Now those same kids at age 10 or 11 or 12 can say, no, I could play this position. I could run. I'm not going to be punished with my athleticism. You know, that's not, I could run, I could pass, I could be totally great. Hell, I could be the president of the United States. So I just think that the potential of this thing goes beyond just a position or even a sport. This is about potential. They could look at Ryan Smith. You could do this. You know, you could be a columnist. The sky is the limit. I think that's really important for young people in general and young African Americans to realize you could really be these type of things, but you need to be able to see what you can be.
Right, that's a really interesting point. And you mentioned in your piece over and over again, you mentioned the word confidence, how important confidence is in all of this. What do Mahomes and Jackson and Watson and other players like them provide in that vein for the next generation of young quarterbacks?
Absolutely, and you know as well, I mean, and when Jackson said that, and he said, no, it's about confidence, having the confidence that you can do this, that you can walk into a room and you see other people who've done it. That's why Mahomes is so important. Lamar is so important because, you know, you have to see yourself, you know, being a CEO. I could be a CEO of American Express. I could be but you have to see people, and that, you know, the confidence is a word that they're intangibles, you know, but it's really, I just get back to what they were saying. You have to see something so you can imagine that you could be it. That's so important. That confidence is so important.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app, and for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.